What is up, friends and fans? Jake here with special guest Sarah Natochenny, who you might know from all sorts of things, but who we know and love as Ash Ketchum from the Pokemon anime for the past 17 years. Oh my god. Sarah, thank you so much for sitting down, for joining us. This is so exciting.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Jake. I'm very excited.
My first question for you is, I did my due diligence, did a little bit of research. I read that you got this role when you were 19 years old.
Wrong. I was 18.
Don't, Wikipedia, my teachers were right. Okay.
Come on, Wikipedia. You can't go Wikipedia. What are you doing? What are you doing?
So,
yeah, I was 18 when I booked it. It started airing when I was 19. So my life changed when I was 19.
Okay, this is good. Now we just gave somebody ammo to update the Wikipedia.
Yeah, get on it.
So what is it, genuinely, just as an artist, what is it like to get this role when you are a teenager and have it in a, I would guess, profound way, really dictate the course of your career and I'm sure many parts of your life? What is that feeling now, looking back?
Well, it's incredible actually, because Ash and I have a lot in common. We kind of live these parallel lives. We were both canonically born around the same year, and then personality-wise, I was a rhythmic gymnast from the time that I was like 4 to like 12, and I wasn't naturally very good at it, so I had to work really, really hard, and I kind of hated it actually. Ash never hated his work or his passion. I kind of hated it, but I kept going because I knew that it was possible to get really good at it, and then I won a bronze medal at the Junior Olympics, and I guess you can like equate that with him like in the Orange Leagues, and then I went to acting school, blah blah blah. Then I booked the role of Ash on Pokemon, and I persevered through some really tough times right after that. And then fast forward to 2019, I win a Voice Arts Award. Ash wins the Alola League in that same year. And then fast forward to now, he's retiring and I'm going to Bora Bora, so no, I'm kidding.
So Ash is with you the whole time. Ash has
been with me the whole time. I think Ash has been a part of me since I was born.
Wow, okay.
I'm making that up, but you know, the more I talk about it, the more it's true.
I bet. So I feel like Ash is low-key one of the biggest like cartoon characters in existence. It's not like the first one you think of, but like in the top 5. And just knowing that is you. What is that? What is that like?
Yeah, it's every single day I have to remind myself. I don't have to remind myself. My mind automatically reminds me of how phenomenally lucky I am. What a rare gift I got from the biggest IP in the world. I hate calling it IP, but I guess that's what they say it is. Pokemon is the most creative show in the world. I went to Nickelodeon Studios. I got a little tour of where the animators work, and all of them in their cubicles, they have Pokemon drawings that they've made. It inspires artists, it inspires accountants who watch it after work, it inspires children, it inspires people who are suffering from depression to have the tenacity to work through it. It helps people, escape their lives when things are difficult. It serves so many people of all ages, of all creeds, of all natures, and everyone. It's just everyone. And to know that I've been able to take part in that, and it helps. I've helped people learn English. They tell me that, and I'm like, oh my god, you literally. And I've watched dubs to help me learn German and French. I literally stutter through this answer because I'm just so overwhelmed with this idea that I spent 17 years building towards this thing that's never good. I'm gonna be this for the rest of my life. I'm gonna have this for the rest of my life, and that's like, knowing that is just like
first off, just congratulations. I feel like what you just said is like the dream for any artist. Yeah. So that's extremely impactful. Thank you for sharing that with us. I'm curious, are you like extremely invested when you hear about like the Masters 8 tournament? Are you like in it for Ash? Like, like my man's gotta win.
I'm okay if he doesn't win because for Ash, I think for me as Ash, it's really about the journey to getting there.
Yeah.
It's not whether you win or lose; it's how you play the game. And this kid is so tenacious and so down for anything, and he's always ready to win. He always wants to win, but he's okay if he doesn't. You know, he's gonna keep going and try harder and find new friends and love his Pokemon, and you know, he's just he's ready to party all the time.
That ready to party, I hear you. I feel like that turning the cap around, that's like a goated little, like, we're getting ready, baby. That is,
Yeah, so I root for him all the way through, but it's okay, win or lose, he's still our guy, you know?
Totally.
It doesn't matter.
And now that he is on top, now that the dream has been accomplished, does having this character kind of, in a sense, reach the top of the mountain, does it provoke reflection on your part as the artist portraying him about your own career and just kind of like what might be next for you?
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not going to play him every week. So when I first found out that this was happening, that was my first like great sense of loss, is like, okay, so every week I'm not going to get an email like, hey, when are you available? Okay. I'm not going to get to be this kid anymore. You know, regularly at least. I don't know what's going to happen with him, if he's ever going to come back in any way. But as far as we know, I'm not doing this anymore. So there is a silver lining to it. It's definitely going to kick me in the butt. And it's definitely pushing me in a direction that I've been trying to go in. And I am writing an animated series. I have been, and now I'm really gonna pump the gas. We don't drive. You and I don't know how to drive a car. Pump the brakes. No, I'm gonna push the gas. Hit the gas. Hit the gas. I'm gonna hit the gas on the animated series that I'm writing, that my mom is doing the character designs for. She's a genius. She's a Broadway violinist, phenomenally talented. So she did a bunch of character designs, and I started co-writing this series with a friend, and hopefully we get that produced very soon. We have some deals going, and a live action series to serve as a vehicle for me as an actor, about a voice actor who loses her job after 20 years and spirals out of control, just downward spiral, full on, loses her mind.
I gotta tell you, that's an immediately good premise, actually. That is, yeah, I'm actually like, wow, that's cool. Because I feel like this almost character of you having been this character for there are so few people in the world that I feel like have had the opportunity that you've had to be one character for so long. that is an incredibly unique perspective.
It is.
Yeah, well, your other projects sound super exciting. I can't wait to...
Yeah, it's going to be really fun.
Yeah,
I have other things I'm doing. Thankfully, I am booking other animated work. I can't talk about any of it, but it's good stuff. I'm very excited about it. I have a film called Unicorn Boy, starring Patton Oswalt and Maria Bamford, Michelle Trachtenberg, Harold Perrineau. That's going to Slam Dance. It's a world premiere there.
Oh, heck yeah.
January.
Dude, congrats. Yeah. Oh, so you're just W's.
Directed, phenomenal.
Okay, just W's.
Yeah, things are happening. I'm not like I'm not going to Bora Bora. I am going to Cancun. Cool. For a voiceover conference. It's all business. It's all work.
Of course. Yeah. No downtime there.
No, yes, I am speaking at a voiceover conference. Cool. Things are happening. But this was, and we're still recording Pokemon. I'm not done yet. But that's what everything that I've been wanting to do needs to happen now. Because now I have no excuse. I don't have to be anywhere every week. My whole life I've had to be in New York every week, every week or two. Like I could take a little vacation, but every 2 weeks I really had to be here. Now that the show is bi-coastal, or you can record anywhere now thanks to the pandemic. Silver lining there. I've been able to get out more, but it's still like you have this obligation. I'm gonna be free. I'm gonna be free, like the genie in the lamp. I'm gonna be free. What do I do? It
sounds like you have no reason to be, but is it scary at all?
Yeah, it's totally scary. I've never in my feel bad for me. In my entire adult life, I've never not had an acting job.
Cool.
Yeah, I know.
That's honestly, dude.
That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that's honestly, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Nobody feels bad for me, and that's totally okay. But yeah, I've never not known where my paychecks are coming from. I've always had a basic, like,
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
I'm
not okay anymore.
No, I mean, hey, that is a blessing. Nothing but
blessing to not have a paycheck. Yeah.
To know where it's coming every week. Okay,
that is hustle. You know, we're gonna hustle now.
Okay. Weird question I want to know about being Ash Ketchum.
Talk to me.
Do your relatives get it?
No.
No, they don't get it.
No.
Oh my god. You don't pull up to Thanksgiving like, dude, everyone's gonna want to know what's going on in the world of Pokemon.
You don't.
Oh my, that's crazy.
And the kids in my life don't care. And that's like the saddest thing, because I was like, oh, maybe my cousin's kids are gonna care, and they don't.
Wow.
They're like, Sarah, that's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. And I'm like, yeah, I think so. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Wow. Sarah, that's shocking to me. I have a group of
sad.
neighborhood kids that live around me, and they are obsessed with my dog. And they like that I'm a YouTuber. And sometimes I tell them what I'm doing. And nothing lit them up like when I told them I was talking to Ash. Nothing.
Oh, can I borrow them?
Nothing. They were losing their minds. They were, yeah. So I'm surprised to hear that. I figured it would be.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. The adults in my family are just like, oh, that's very nice. Yeah, how's this going? Is it going? Okay, yeah, okay. And then we have a 2.5-year-old. Oh, you better believe this kid's gonna grow up on some Pokemon. I need some love, dude.
Yeah.
Like family love.
Do you keep up with like the games and everything else? Are you into that part of it too? Yeah, you're playing the games?
Yeah, I'm getting into it more and more. I've started becoming friends with the influencers, and they're really cool. We're having a really good time. We're having a great time. So I've been getting into the cards quite a bit, and into like the streaming stuff, and I'm getting into the games. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to play games as a kid.
Okay.
So it never kind of became a habit or like a major hobby of mine. So I'm more of like a play the piano, sing a song kind of gal. Sitting in front of computers was always like, that's work. That's work.
Oh, interesting.
And I want to like close it and go somewhere else, watch a movie. And that's the only other like screen that I'm in front of. But yeah, interactive stuff was never advertised to me as something that we do for leisure.
And so is that something now that as the Ash chapter starts to close, just wanting to kind of keep it in your life in a way?
Yeah.
Is there? Yeah, that's
totally,
kind of a big.
Yeah, I actually was at a convention and I had a nice panel, and there were a lot of people there, and I asked them if I started streaming, like me playing the Pokemon games, and I couldn't even finish the sentence. They were like, yeah! I'm like, oh, okay, okay. So I need to put that on my calendar in a real way.
Honestly,
and not just be like, I'm gonna do that. I need to like actually sit down and do that, because so much of what my position here is, the gift that I've gotten is being able to make people really happy. I can't ignore that. I can't let go of that opportunity to make people happy. And I don't think streaming would ever become like a job or like a real source of income or anything, but it is fun, and I think I could make people really happy by doing it. It's something I'll try. It's something I'll definitely try. At least for 10 people who were at the
No, that is absolutely a banger stream. I feel like it's always so cool when I get to talk to somebody like you who's like a real artist. I'm watching like your Instagram videos and you'll pop on the Ash voice for a second and it's like, oh my god, it is just transportative. It's like, it's really amazing. And I just think like, you know, we just met for the first time, but like even like your voice has been in my head for like the better part of 2 decades. and that's just like, I can barely say that about my parents. Like
you just tune them out.
Yeah, it's really something cool, and awesome. I think you know that. But some technical questions before I let you go that I've always been curious about.
Okay, tell me. Ooh, I'm falling down.
Do you ever listen to the Japanese voice acting? And okay.
Mika Matsumoto, she's amazing.
Is it like, is it a different flavor of Ash in any perceptible way to you?
Oh, that's a really interesting question. I haven't thought about that. The language is different.
Yeah.
The inflection is different. Is it a different... I feel like her... I don't want to misspeak. I think her Ash might be a little bit more innocent.
Okay. Yeah, I asked because I come from a bilingual household, and I've had people tell me, it's like, yo, there's English Jake and there's Spanish Jake. And and they are different human beings. People. And I know, and I don't see it that way, but it's funny that how that happens sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. I speak Russian, and yeah, Russian me is a lot more expressive.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
So yeah, I think everything in Japanese is not quite the same as it is in English, but there are anime shows that the dubs that attempt to really mimic what's happening in Japanese, and our show kind of doesn't attempt to do that.
Gotcha.
Try to really make it for an American audience. I don't try to copy what she's doing. What she's doing is brilliant and unique in its own way, and it should live in that space, and mine lives in my space.
Cool.
Yeah.
As an artist that obviously has a ton of different interests and different directions that you can go in the future, looking back on your whole history with Pokemon, were there any like episodes or moments or things that really jump out at you that you were like, oh, that was that like meant something in a in a totemic way?
Oh, totally. Well, I'll tell you like the most fun parts to play.
Cool.
The moment with Ash and Serena on the escalator.
Excellent.
Very beautiful moment.
Yeah.
Then there was a time when I got to rap as Ash. It's very unique. Have you seen this episode yet? It's recent.
I don't think so, actually.
Very, very funny. Look forward to that. It's very funny. As we were doing it, I'm like, Lisa, to my director, Lisa, what are we doing?
Oh my god, that's awesome.
This is hysterically funny. And then there was a time when Ash had an evil twin. It was a Halloween episode, and he had an evil twin. And another time when he went British as an evil twin. He kind of was a weird clone of himself. He went British anyway. And then all of XY and XYZ, where he was merging with Greninja, and I just loved playing him that way. That he was so bold and so dramatic. Yeah, those are the ones that I can really think.
Big range, it sounds like, just in terms of.
What do you want? 17 years? What do you want? My top 10?
I just mean the moments are, it's like far-reaching comedy moments to like drama to like weird science fiction-y stuff. It's like there's a huge breadth of different things you've gotten to explore within this one role.
Yeah, no, and it's really made me grow as an actor. I'm incredibly grateful to Pokemon because I got to play the same character for 17 years. And it's not the same text. It's not like a Broadway show where you're doing the same text. It's not like Phantom of the Opera, you're doing the same text over and over again. That's not something I ever really wanted to do. But to play the same character, different text, different scenarios, different characters, surrounding him, but getting to explore all these different sides of him, to subtly play all these different sides of one character over 17 years. That's a real learning experience, and I'm very grateful for it because it's very unique.
Before I let you go, your favorite Pokemon?
Pikachu.
It's Pikachu.
You got a problem with that?
No, it's just I honestly, I was talking to my girlfriend about this before this call, and I was like, that word must live in her head in a different way than anybody else on the planet.
Oh, I'm gonna blow your mind. I named my cat Pikachu.
Okay.
And now I talk to him like I'm Pikachu. Like I'm like Pikachu, Pikachu. Like that's my terrible impression of Pikachu. Obviously, Iguodani is like genius. But I'm not attempting to do it. That's just how it comes out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. My favorite Pokemon is Psyduck. Is that cool or lame?
Very cool. That's very cool. That's real. Real Breaking Nate.
Oh yeah.
Real Breaking Nate. That's his favorite Pokemon, and so I have a wonderful card from him. It's a signed card. Thank you for the friendship. I cherish it dearly. Real Breaking Nate. I don't know if I'm embarrassing him right now.
No.
But he loves Psyduck. I have this little Psyduck.
Oh heck yeah.
Absolutely. That's a great Pokemon.
Okay. Sometimes people get on me. They're like, Jake, he's not even fully evolved. I'm like, listen, he's my boy.
Doesn't matter. He's your boy.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent.
I support you.
Thank you. And my last question, only because, listen, I don't want to do this, but I have to. The GameXplain audience, they need to know.
What do they want?
Jake, you didn't even push. I'm like, so I'm just gonna push. I'm just gonna push for a second.
Okay, push for a second.
He's coming back, right?
I don't know. I don't know. They would never tell me. They don't. And I'm grateful for that. They shouldn't burden me. Don't burden me with secrets. I don't want to know. I don't want to have to hide it from anybody. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever happens, I'm at peace with whatever happens. Whether I return as Ash, whether I return as another character, whether I don't. I could not return at all. I could lose everything. And you know what? I'll always have these 17 years as the voice of Ash Ketchum and 21 Pokemon and his mom and Skyla and a few other characters, and these have been some of the best years of my life, and I think even better ones are ahead of me because I will have this foundation to build upon, and that's...
Heck yes, Sarah, absolutely. Yeah. Sarah, you're lighting me up right now. You're getting me inspired about my own artistic wants.
Good. That's the goal. That's the goal. That's my goal in life, is to inspire people to be the best, the very best, like no one ever was, and do it with love and not step on people as they ascend in their careers. Like, that's just my biggest pet peeve. Ash Ketchum would never do that, and I would never do that, and I hate seeing when people do that, and it's so blatant.
Wow. Okay.
Makes me mad.
This is man. Thank you so much for this. Couldn't think of a better way to wrap this up. I'm gonna give you the rest of your evening. Thank you, truly, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for joining us. This was a delight.
Likewise, thank you so much. You're great.
And for everybody else watching, for everything on Pokemon and everything else in games, you're already in the right place. So just let us explain. I've been Jake. That's Sarah. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.